university. Or, I mean, I recently just went to Italy to a global leadership summit for Technogym, and they supply the weight room for the
Oh
Olympics.
wow. Oh
They have done
wow.
it for years. So I was there with literally Olympic trainers, Team Nike trainers. Uh, One of my old college professors was there, and then just industry leaders. I, I just consider it so fortunate to be surrounded by these people who are so brilliant, and I get to glean their knowledge and then hopefully put it in good layman's terms to teach others things that I've learned on more of an academic level, but bring it down to where people can understand it on a day-to-day, everyday level.
Yeah. And so what did
So,
you pick up there? Like what were they talking about with those like Olympic trainers? And you said Technogym?
Technogym, yes, it's the world's largest uh, fitness platform. Their home office is in Cesena, Italy, Cesana, Cesena, and they actually supply power to the entire town. It is such a cutting edge facility. Oh, it's just incredible, and they've made it to where their corporation and their whole facility, manufacturing and training facility, is part of the landscape of the community. So the walking trails are around it are open to the public. The gym access is open to the public. They of course close it down when they have special events and special trainings like what I was able to go to. And I was there with people that I couldn't even speak the same language as them. There were people from Mumbai, from Saudi Arabia, from Italy, France, England, um, oh gosh, South Africa. I'm trying to think of the Dubai.
Yeah. Oh
Yes, I met a
wow.
girl from Dubai. Yeah, I mean, just I met people from all over the world that just work with. I mean, across the board, from medical, uh, in hospital, physical therapy type settings to sports performance. I met
Hmm.
Kyle Meadows. He is he works for Nike. He's a team Nike trainer, and he's also a trainer for Technogym. And he's actually at the Paralympics right now. He's been in
Oh
Italy for the
wow.
Olympics, and he
Hmm.
trains a lot of the Paralympic athletes and for
Oh.
speed. So some of the,
Yeah.
like the track runners that run on the blades and things
Hmm.
like that. So he was teaching us a lot of um, how some of the equipment is so easily accessible for people who are, you know, disabled in one way or another.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
I
did you
mean,
say
just
that Technogym like powers the town?
pretty much, yeah. So they've got all of their equipment hardwired into the facility itself. So they generate their own power through, all the cardio equipment.
It's like
And
when you're
so
running on a treadmill, it
yep,
powers, it produces power?
yes. So MET,
Huh.
you're familiar with a metabolic equivalent and a
Yeah.
kilowatt.
Hmm.
So on all your equipment, you'll have those METs and then you'll have kilowatts generated. So on a bicycle or on a treadmill or elliptical or stair climber or, any of the numerous cardio, rowing machines, you can actually generate enough kilowatts to produce power. There's
Wow.
a
See, this is something I've really been thinking about because I always thought the perfect machine would be something like at least the perfect machine for like, bench pressing or rows or, lat pull downs or stuff like that would be something like an Aerodyne, kind of like what Technogen is talking
mm-hmm,
about. Like you're almost using or like you're building up that force to get to a place where it's so you're basically getting I don't know how to say it, but like you're exerting the effort that you're exerting is going to be your max effort, if that makes sense. So like if you're able, like an aerodyne, you can get going so fast, but like the stronger you get, the harder it gets.
right.
And so it's like you're building up your own resistance. And so is that kind of how the Technogym equipment works? Is like an aerodyne
Some
where
some things. There's a few
okay.
like they've got a treadmill that is self-propulsion.
Okay.
So yes, you are 100% powering the the treadmill. There's they have a new line that just came out. I'm not sure if it's even in the United States yet, but it uses um, almost like water. So if you think
Mm.
about your selectorized equipment, like a seated chest press,
Hmm.
like what you're saying, the harder you push, the harder it resists. It's kind of
Yeah.
like what is that Newton's first law? For every action, there's an equal reaction.
Hmm.
So I remember, and this is so weird that they're coming out with this. I remember these hydraulic. Oh gosh, the one that was just like the terrorizing machine in our high school weight room was it had these two big pads, like red pads. You stood in it, and the pads
Hmm.
went on your shoulders and had handles on the side, and then you had to jump against it basically. And the harder you
Ooh.
jump, the harder it pressed down. And it was those hydraulics
Mm.
in there that made it the resistance. So if you were really easy, it was really easy.
Yeah.
And I mean, we would be bruised. I mean, we would have just bruises from that thing, but it made you so strong. I mean, because
Hmm.
of that type of resistance. And I really didn't mind it. I had good leg strength from riding horses. So, but um, yeah, your coach could always tell real quick if you were not giving your max effort because it
Hmm.
wasn't meeting the max resistance.
Yes. So it's like if you were going easy, you'd be able to just like go through it and you wouldn't stress that much. But oh, that does sound like an instrument of torture for sure. Like
For sure.
An aerodyne bike is just
Yeah.
hell on earth for the harder you work it, the harder it works you.
Yes. I love a good aerodyne. And I like a good rowing machine too. Kind of that
Mm,
same thing. If you've ever got on a rower, I used to warm up all my clients on the rower, 5 minutes on the rower,
yeah.
full body warm up. And I mean, whew, it's a booger.